guys, last time we looked at this John Deere tractor, we tested out our code, so now we know it's ready to go. We just need to add all the different parts to it. So the first thing I'm going to do is the lights in the cab. So we need to take out these little studs here, take the cab apart and install our LEDs. We have two spotlights to go here, two spotlights to go on the rear here, and we have the beacon. So let's get down to it. Okay, so now that we have our cab out, the first thing we need to do is take it apart. So I'm just going to screw out these little green posts, and that should let us take the cab apart. So just doing this quite carefully. Okay, now we should be able to pull the glass out, or maybe our posts for our wing mirrors might be holding us in now. We'll have a little look just to check first. Oh no, oop, there's the first part off. So actually that's all we need to get off, so that's perfect. So now we have this top piece off, and this is the bit that we're going to add the LEDs into. So first thing, now that I have this piece off, is I'm just going to tidy these little edges off, get rid of this piece that we no longer need, so that we can put it back together pretty easily. So should be just able to take these edges off with a little knife. Okay, so now we should be able to put our thing back together pretty easily. Okay, so that just shoots in there, and that's just going to shoot in here. So that's what we want. So our cab, well, it's pretty sturdy, but we'll probably add a screw in to fix it in place, but it's looking good so far. So next thing we need to do is choose which one of these we're going to replace with the light, and then mount our LED in it. So for the front of our cab, I think I'm going to put the LED in this position here, simply because this one is very close to our beacon, and that might cause trouble with our wires. So I'm going to put an LED just in there like that. That will stick out the front of the tractor, and it should be very bright. So first thing we need to do is take away a section of this so that I can mount that LED in there. Okay, so now we have removed one of the LEDs, or well, the little fake lights that's on this I've removed one from each corner, and on the front I have made a little inset for the LED. So that LED is going to sit in like that. It's going to be in there. So that's where our LED on the front is going to be, and on the back it's just a similar idea, only I've decided to point the LEDs facing out so that at the rear of the tractor, spreading light more along your kind of working area, if you know what I mean. So that's with the rear LEDs, one there, and our front LEDs are just going to be one there and one there. So we just removed a light, and we're going to replace it with an LED in each corner. Next thing to do is drill the holes for the legs of the LEDs. Okay, so here's our first LED. Doesn't look too out of place, not too bad. So if the rest of them look like that, I think it'll be pretty good. So I have 3 more to do, and then we have to worry about the beacon. Alright, so here we are now. We have all 4 LEDs in. Here's the 2 front ones. They're pretty tidy, I don't think that's too bad. And the rear ones. So they all seem pretty tidy so far. So on to the next challenge. that is making our beacon. Okay, so for the beacon I have this, it's a super bright orange LED. It's the only orange LED I have at the minute, and I'm just going to see how it works on this beacon. I can always change it out for an LED like I had on the Massey if I want later on, but we'll give it a go with this first and see how that looks. It might look okay. So the first step is, you see we have a groove here on this, so I'm going to cut that this just straight off here, and I'm going to put the very bottom of the LED just on the top of this this pole here, so hopefully that won't look too bad. Okay, so there's the beacon added now. It's not the prettiest job in the world. You'll need a little bit of paint to hide the pins of the LED there, but you know, it doesn't look too bad. We'll see what it looks like when it's finally lit up. Next stage now is to wire all those lights up. So here we are, all wired up, all our LEDs. We have 4 wires coming out for each LED. The spotlights will need to be connected to the other spotlights on the tractor, and the beacon will just need to go directly to the microcontroller. So that's our wiring, pretty basic. And now just stick the roof on, and there is our cab completed. So the roof back on cab here, we are pretty perfect. I've just press fit that on. It seems to be staying in position reasonably enough. I mean, if you tried to lift the tractor from it, it'd come apart. But I think it's good enough for now. If we really were sure what we wanted to do, we could glue it in place. I think that'll do for now. So that's the cab finished. We have just press fit the lid or the roof back on. So that's the cab finished. We've just press fit the roof back on, and it seems to be holding firm enough. Obviously if you tried to lift the tractor from it, it'd come apart, but it might be alright for now. If you're really worried about it, you could glue the posts back in, so you know, so that it will be solidly fixed back down, and I might do that later on. But until I'm certain about what radio module I'm going to use, I'm going to leave it as it is. That's the next, or that's this part of the tractor finished with. So the next part is going to be putting the LEDs on the rest of the tractor. So make sure and subscribe so that you get notification when that video is uploaded. And if you like this kind of video, give it a big thumbs up, and if you have any questions, post them either below or in the forum, and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks very much for watching.